One of the great things I appreciate about being a Paulist is their great respect for one's own charisms and gifts. And they don't try to put a round peg in a square hole. They try to respect you and your talents. It's very like artistic development. They try to find where you are best suited, where you can best be creative, do ministry in a way that is in tune with who you are. My passion for painting started in around 1991 when I went up to the Paulist Islands at Lake George, and had always wanted to paint but didn't think I could, and so I did a couple of paintings in acrylic, took them to my secretary. She said, "No, you didn't do this, you bought it." And that gave me an inspiration. I went to the Yellow Pages, that's before Ms. Google was born, and found a teacher, Italian, Guy Panisi, who taught me about 3 years. And then I started taking portraiture lessons from a man in Haverhill. And I've been painting ever since. It's also a form of therapy. When you start painting and so forth, you get very involved in the artwork, and you just go into another state of consciousness. Time just flies by, and things come out on canvas that you never thought that you had within you. I was born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1939. In the second grade, moved to Southeast Arkansas. My dad was a dentist, and he got a position there. I went to a Benedictine monastery camp and liked it when I was about 10 years old. And so as a sophomore in high school, I became a resident boarder there. And then after 6 months, that changes the semester, I decided to become a seminarian. So I joined the seminary in 1955. I then went into the monastery itself in the novitiate in 1958 and made first vows in 59. Then I was ordained as a monk in 1965. I was in the monastery 4 years in the seminary, minor seminary, and then 10 years as a monk living in the monastery. And I gradually learned that this particular vocation was not one that I wanted for life. I wanted a community that was more open to working with the poor and more respectful of one's individual's talents. And the Benedictines, a 1,400-year-old tradition, the original one in Subiaco in Italy, and of course the famous Monte Cassino in Italy. So they had a tradition that was not going to be changed. And so I thought, well, I'm not going to change it, so I will change places. So I decided to change to the Paulist. It's been very wonderful. I've never regretted it. It's been a wonderful life as a Paulist. I made finals in 1975. Was sent to here to Grand Rapids for 3 years, 73 to 76, and then was asked to go to Boston. And I was in Boston area 26 years. And there I was on the staff several years at the Paulist Center, doing social action ministries and working with families who were homeless. And then I was able to go off to Puerto Rico and study Spanish for a summer, and came back, was on the staff of the Cathedral of Holy Cross in Boston, and was there for 11 years. And then moved to Lawrence, right next to the New Hampshire border, where I was for 13 years, and I was the director for Hispanic youth for the Archdiocese of Boston for 20 years. And then I was asked to go to our parish in Upper Manhattan, Good Shepherd. Was there for 4 years, working with mainly Dominicans. Then I was at the Mother Church, St. Paul the Apostle, for 2 years, and that's when they asked me to come here. Meanwhile, I started the missionary work in the Dominican Republic, building homes for the poor. We've built between 150 and 200 homes, and we do medical missionary work, giving clinics for the poor. So I've been down there about 50 times. The poor are real. They don't have a lot of pretenses They don't have airs like, well, I've got this home and I've got this car and I'm better than you are. What you see is what you get. So I'm always wanting to go deeper and deeper and deeper, and that's the reason why I'm so much into contemplation. It's going deeper and deeper and not on the surface. One of the great things I appreciate about being a Paulist is their willingness to listen in times of trouble and so forth. You could talk with them and know that you were listened to and understood and respected. In my various times of transitioning between one assignment and another, I always felt that great respect and that listening heart, and that made all the difference.